So you're using that
Yes,
your
I'm
Ghanaian
very
term.
familiar with those names. Having spent a lot of time there as a refugee boy, it's been difficult, but we got to use to some of those names. And so be it now. We're living with those names. But Liberia in the middle of the park, picked up by Cape Verde. They have to fight back now. And Cape Verde wins it. And Cape Verde still fighting for everything. Elijah, um, do you have any belief, any sort of feeling that we're gonna come back in this game?
Want me pick this to be kind of difficult, but I think the Lone Star need to do their best as to even have a win here today to put hope to the Liberian people that yes, indeed, we have a
Yeah.
brighter future. Like you said, Kabadari is just purely the Lone Star. She just came to the team and trying to get adjusted to all of the players. You can imagine taking players from Nima, from Sino, for Grand Bassa, all across with different attributes and different talents as well as different attitude dealing with them. Most especially, well, this could be the goal again for Kevin.
And they got their third. Indeed, they did. And that is what we're talking about. The Lone Stars team dispossessed right in their own half. And it's Clendiana Borges who plies the tray for Victoria Gamares in Portugal. I mean, this is just poor performance. Now, you saw the defender coming up with that ball. The teammates are not making the moves to give her the angle to receive those passes from her. I mean, she's a defender.
Add more pressure to the team now.
Yes, I mean, this is
Fighting to reduce 4 goals, and now it's now far to reduce. So it's kind of difficult here today. And we will not see Liberia participating in Morocco in Afcon.
they
Uh,
don't deserve to be here.
Provided if you can add like a, bit- a
This is
warehouse
substandard
experiment,
performance. I mean,
uh,
in all fairness, this is not.
sluggish way of playing, giving out wrong passes, not even in the position at all time, and trying building that confidence lacking for the Liberian Lone Star as it relates to the defense.
This is a substandard performance. If you ask me from a football perspective, this performance is substandard. It's below par. I mean, how come you have a defender? Again, we talk about logical movement. They're not moving into those spaces to give support, to give the angles, to receive the pass. She's coming outside the defense, outside the edge of the box. If you take a replay at that goal, she's coming outside. The defensive midfielder sitting in the holding position is not giving an option. She made an attempt to give that ball to the defender. Who I mean, the defender. I mean, the player in that holding position. That's how it got intercepted. The player intercepting the ball from Kiva read that move very well. She knew that was the only option. She closed that passing lane, intercepted, and immediately responded with a strike on target. This is football. I mean, Lord, the IQ. Again, we talk about the IQ in football, intelligence quotient in football. It has to be there. We're not there yet.
So Mimi Jennings trying hard to reduce the score. Louis Brown giving out of the passes, but yet still missing out from the defense. I think the defense need to do more, build in that confidence for themselves. It's a corner kick given to the Liberian Lone Star, and Louis Brown taking this one is far way off the line. It's no threat this time around to Cape Verde.
In as much as we agree the defense need to do this, entire team need to be a workaholic team. Look, our team don't move. Our team is not mobile. I've seen this with the national team. I've seen this with club teams. Our teams are not mobile. Mobility is our problem. Football is a logical movement game. You know, you need to read, you need to understand, you need to close those spaces, you need to read your opponents every day. It seems as if the coaches are not teaching these players, but we do a lot. We do a lot. I'm a coach myself. We do a lot. We teach these players. But again, let's talk about the IQ, that intelligence quotient. When do you remember how to improvise?
And provide at times, sometimes these players not even wanting to play the game with that engagement to gain the attitude.
That's the point.
Because
The
you know,
body
first,
language.
the body language shows that indeed I'm going for an attack and I also moving on to have a different. But yet and still, out of the attacks and attitude towards the game, they just pull, most especially from the captain of the Lone Star, Lucy Massaquet. It's not doing well.
Well, you can also attribute that to the fact that they are not much exposed. They're still playing right here at home. If you look at this Cape Verde team, they got a lot of players who are from Portugal. I think the exposure is good. and they've had, in my mind, I think they've had a lot of friendly matches. And when you play more friendlies, players make mistakes and they capitalize on their mistakes in major games, and they can improve on those. But when you keep them right in our backyard and think that they're making progress, again, it changes everything. It changes the dynamics. The language is a bad language. It turns to be a bad game for us now. When you don't invest in football, that's what you get. Liberia isn't investing. We are making progress. Trust me. We need to do more.
More time need to be put into the game. More time need to be put in to the player himself. Aside from the support, I think the player himself, if you want him to play the game, you have to play the game with your mind, the body, soul, and everything. You know, like you said, football is a mobile game, and once you don't move, you cannot have a result. So I think the player himself need to put himself into the game and make the difference for themselves. Because when a Lone Star wins, there were eyes who were those who scored a goal. Louis Brown scored, Jenny scored, this person scored, Pasali scored, and that's another way of appreciating them and showing out to the world that indeed what they have decided to do as a profession, they are putting the time to it. But yet we still wait to see the Lone Star recovering here at the Sambia County Sports Complex. And this one is deep into the heart of Cape Verde. And this goalkeeper come out quickly and have a possession.
Yeah, and Jacinta Diaz Rodriguez plays a plus or trade in Cape Verde for a 7-star. And she is doing a fantastic job as a goalkeeper. The referee goes there, and Kansa, and she I don't know what was the problem. She had to play a drop ball and Kansa, but I think this is where their problem is, in the middle of the park. And Elaine Nadine Pereira Varela, I think for me, she is the lady driving this Cape Verde team.
So there were the problem Intel Sports Live here at the Summer Kaindo Sports Complex, bringing to you live coverage with the Liberian Lone Star and Cape Verdean team, the Cape Verde, here at the Summer Kaindo Sports Complex. Not good enough for the Lone Star, but Cape Verde continue to take the lead, even in home and away from home. Continue to show supremacy at home as well. Continue to show supremacy. Jenny is there.
I think it's slow. Okay. You know, I've seen a lot about our game. The pace of our players is slow. Couple of things, a lot of things, and nutrition. I don't know. We have a lot of things to deal with in football in Liberia, because yeah, when our players aren't delivering, it boils down to somebody you just talk about, individual mentality, players attitude, player approach. We got 3 minutes to go in this in the first half, but yes, I think the willingness on the part of players is key. I do agree with you. When you decide to become a footballer, you must understand it comes with a whole lot of intrigues. It comes with a whole lot on the side, so you need to live up to expectation through thick and thin. Yes, I agree. But then again, when you have the best environment, things are going to change. Players develop the mentality and attitude from the look of things professionally. When things aren't done professionally, Liberia again on the back foot. When things aren't done professionally, players, people into it will not live up to the professional standards. That's what we say. So Liberia will come forward. Yeah, they need to move that ball to that side, and that's where the trouble is. This is where Sikindi, well, they need to keep trying that over and over. From that angle, I think they've got some prosperous scoring goals. In my mind, Mimi Janice Aiden is pushing that side. She has what it takes to get under the ball and to drive that Cape Verde defense on the back foot from that angle. But again, I talk about reading the game and understanding from whence we are supposed to attack, from whence commit our faults. They aren't pushing to Mimi that much. And every time they come close to Mimi, they try to get something out of it. They need to do that.
I think the Liberian loan side will come from the resting room to have a recovery one and to help that team on the loan side to score 5 goals.
Um, I think, in all fairness, I'm not sure this team from Cape Verde will allow Liberia to come back into this game and score 5 goals. I'm not sure they will want the Liberian team to get them on the back foot and push them to the extent where they can take this game and turn the screws against them. What I think they will do in the second half when they come back in this game is just keep Liberia at bay, keep the ball more, work the ball more, keep possession more, and get the Liberian team tired. That's exactly what they're beginning to do now. So it will be difficult. Liberia will have to come back strong and fight for every ball. To do that means they have to move, be mobile, be aggressive. I don't see that aggression. So we have exhausted 3 minutes already of other time. This is Liberia. Again, dispossessed. But the final, Louis Brown will come forward. Louis Flosse. And she's looking for Janice Mimi Eden, who is moving diagonal. And you have to make that move. And we've come to the end of the first half. And it's
3 goals to 1.
Here at the SKD, is Cape Verde leads Liberia by 3 goals to 1 at the backyard. And we have seen a Liberian team that is broken down. You can see on the page making some errors, and those errors, they've really paid for those errors in a way that Cape Verde are up by 3 goals to 1. We've come to the end of the first half at the SKD. We will be right back after the break and continue with the second half of this game.
Intel Sports, Liberia's premier and exclusive sports and television station, is located in Congo Town, opposite the EJS Ministerial Complex. At Intel Sports, we offer professional sports coverages to include live coverage, sports analysis and commentaries, documentaries, features, pre- and post-productions, highlights of all disciplines, and many more. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television, live on Satcon Channel 8. Intel Sports, Liberia's premier and exclusive sports and television station, is located in Congo Town, opposite the EJS Ministerial Complex. At Intel Sports, we offer professional sports coverages to include live coverage, sports analysis and commentaries, documentaries, features, pre- and post-productions, highlights of all disciplines, and many more. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television, live on Satcon Channel 8. Intel Sports, Liberia's premier and exclusive sports and television station, is located in Congo Town, opposite the EJS Ministerial Complex. At Intel Sports, we offer professional sports coverages to include live coverage, sports analysis and commentaries, documentaries, features, pre- and post-productions, highlights of all disciplines, and many more. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television, live on Afcon Channel 8. Intel Sports, Liberia's premier and exclusive sports and television station, is located in Congo Town, opposite the EJS Ministerial Complex. At Intel Sports, we offer professional sports coverages to include live coverage, sports analysis and commentaries, documentaries, features, pre- and post-productions, highlights of all disciplines, and many more. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television, live on Afcon Channel 8.
So it's now return of the first period. It's a Liberia Lone Star 1, Cape Verde 3. Yeah, at the Samuel Kando Sports Complex. And then Lone Star need to do better this time around to have themselves celebrated here in Liberia at home. So now go into the match, substitution to be made by the Caverian team. Player wearing number 6 and number 22 jersey. That's Arenas Palonat Lopez wearing the 22 shirt. Miasad Tyrell Cardoso will be replacing two of the Caverian players here at the Samuel Kando Sports Complex. Castillo is the second period of this game. First period, Lone Star disappointing it, defeated 3-1. And it's now the second period of this match. What do we hold for the Lone Star this time around?
Looking forward to see how they're going to respond in the second half. We lost the first half miserably, and we've got the Cape Verdeans scoring 3 goals in our own backyard. And it's a clear indication that we are not tidy up in defense. We're giving them more chance to work the ball. We're giving them more chance to score goals, and they keep extending their lead. The more they extend the lead, the more it becomes difficult for us as to how we respond in the second half. It's a mental thing now. Mentally, we have to be strong and maybe score a couple of goals to see whether we can get some confidence back. And the question is, can we turn this tide around, which I keep asking, which for me seems unlikely because I'm not sure they will allow us to play much and score more goals in this game. It's a foul there in Ispan, who commits a foul. She has been tough in the middle of the park, but not as tough enough to stop the Cape Verdean from scoring against us. So it's something they've come to do for the second half. I hope we can come up with a couple of goals. I'm seeing some adjustment there. And Mimi has been shifted in the middle of the park. I think they needed to do that. I was thinking whether they would have done that. They brought her in the center of attack and in that 4-3-3 formation, and I think she's going to put some more pressure on the Cape Verde defense. The question is, once you've made that tactical adjustment, do you have a tactical adjustment in the middle of the park, a process that will lead to her receiving the balls more and more? Because now she's in the middle of the attack, you need to get the midfielders or get the entire team driving the game to her to be able to create chances.
It's now more chances creating for the Liberian Lone Star going to the arc of the Cape Verdean team. And I think at this time around, they need to put themselves to the game and have a recovery one or put the entire attitude. When we say the attitude of the game is very important, and this time around, the Lone Star need to do better to have them in the lead. But rather, they are 2 goals down. That's 3-1 here out of Samuel Kando Sports Complex. And across the halfway line, we take this long one, but lost it to the Cape team. And now they still have possession. Cape team move it and then head away at this player from the Liberian Lone Star. It's a throw into the half of Lone Star. Throw captain. Senior Lina. A lost one. Lone Star now in control. But still, Lisa still have it. Still going across the halfway line, deep, nearing the arc of the Liberian Lone Star. Cape Verdean team that are still certified, trying to increase the score. Still.
Yeah, I think they need to work in their balls. They know what they are up to in this game. Intercepted. Liberia will have to come for. Again, it's not one of those quality passes that you want for your attacker. They keep bringing those balls again to Mimi and Janice. I mean, you need quality passes to be able to play quality football. First touch, key, and it makes it difficult for Liberia to even convert our chances because the passes coming to the attackers aren't good enough. They just aren't good enough. We're not keeping the ball to the flow. Our passes aren't good. We're not shifting. Take a look at how they will operate from this side. Our team need to shift in this position. Yeah. intercepted. I mean, the Cape Verde is just fast. They're just quick to play the ball. I mean, it tells you how much experience they are. I mean, when you have 5 players from the Portuguese league playing in a team like this, it is impossible for them not to click. Experience matters in these type of games. Lewis Brown. Lewis takes it. Interceptor. Abosu. Squared. This could be still trouble. Lewis Brown again. How some bit of confusion there. They need to be quick to effect their passes. Good turn. Yes. Liberia coming close, but not close enough to get it on target. Again, it's an indication that we're coming close, but we need to do more than coming close.
Louis Brown lied to the pitch to be attended to. Now it's still Cape Verde in the lead, still not satisfied, creating up their chances and having a strong defensive one there from them. This is it. It should be the attended to that coach Cabadet need to do more to not concede another goal here in this Afcon qualifier. It's now still 3-1. Yeah, out of Samuel Kando Sports Complex. So at the aggregate, it's 6-1. 6-1. The Liberian Lone Star had 5 goals to score as to get an equalizing one and go on to a post-match penalty kick out. But this happened, and Coach Tio was said fairly, I don't think that is possible. But turning water into the wine this time around, the Lone Star named that Jesus Christ now at this place. And that's it, still not satisfied, deep into the half, the Caverdian team. This player wearing the 9 side. Dodgers still moving Linard this time, the captain Linard. And into the arms of the Liberian goalkeeper Jackie. Jackie will take it wide. Still to Linard, head it up. Possession still the Caverdian team. The Lone Star now in possession, trying to create that chances. But have this Linard and must lose it. It's now through the both central referee in the last lady trying to make a decision here, judging as to how to have this true possession. But that player from the Lone Star is lying to the pitch.
Yeah, some bit of trouble there in terms of injury. So the medics have been called in to give some attention to that Liberian player. But again, you remember we talk about mental toughness in this game. Liberia will have to be mentally tough. I don't know how tough we are in games like this. I've seen Liberian teams crumble so many times, a whole lot again, you know, when we talk about in these kind of situations, how do we come back? How do we fight back? It matters most.
It seems like the Lone Star is not even making any effort to have more attacks, still playing the ball into their own half, refuses to cross the halfway line, but also in trying to play that tackle game or hitting one, and it's too late for the Lone Star.
No, it's not that they aren't doing it. It's not that they don't want to do it. They want to do it. But when you're playing against a team that is experienced, what they do is that they stop you from making that effort. And I think that is what Cape Verde is trying to do. And I said they will come back into the second half much more purposeful and much more tactical to keep Liberia off the ball, to make sure they do not get Liberia playing. You know, that's what they want to do now. They're going onto the flow. They don't want the medics to come in. The stretcher is brought onto the page, and the Cape Verde player is refusing to lay on the stretcher. And all these are technical, tactical plays that they don't just want this game to flow. And I think this is professional football. Again, I've talked about how to win games. You've got to play around games to win games. Professionally, you got to do these things. We still need a lot to do, a whole lot to do.
So the Caverdian are using that tactics, are trying hard to keep the ball away from the Liberian Lone Star, and they're still going deep. The Lone Star will have this one off. That's Esther Masale wearing the 15 shot for the Lone Star. And the captain from Cape Verde, that Leonard would have this throw. Still Leonard in possession. Will have this wide into the hive of the Lone Star. This could be trouble. And still, and the central referee sounds the whistle. No threat for the Lone Star this time around. Still moving up. So another line to the page always. The Caverdian team always lie to the page. Upon any tackle yet at the Samuel Kando Sports Complex. So many people that viewing our page currently. Thank you for following into our sports Liberia. We are yet in Liberia, West Africa. And we're coming to you live at the Samuel Kando Sports Complex. Liberia won, Cape Verde 3. It's now 6 goals to 1 at the aggregate to qualify to play next to Nigeria. We have Liberia going to play Nigeria or Cape Verde. The Cape Verdean team are now in the league and awaiting Nigeria.
Well, obviously, these two teams on the pitch cannot contend with what I saw Nigeria doing. I mean, there is no way you can have this Cape Verde team going against Nigeria, not even Liberia. In all fairness, in football language, given what we saw Nigeria doing at the World Cup, none of these two teams, even if Cape Verde qualify, they qualify because Liberia is not, up to the task to play them. But they still aren't good enough to go against Nigeria and win Nigeria. Trust my words. This team cannot play Nigeria. I've seen that Nigerian team. I have a lot of respect for Cape Verde, but I do know for sure that Nigeria is highly a professional team. They've got the quality of players who can play anywhere in the world, and this team cannot contend with Nigeria, in all fairness.
Nigeria have players who play for Barcelona as well. So
I've said that they play at the top level, at the highest level, world football. We saw the way they conducted themselves in the New Zealand Austria World Cup. And so, I mean, it's just clear. I mean, this team is so young. This Cape Verde team is so very, very young. They don't have that much experience to contend with Nigeria. Trust me.
Lone Star have a throw on the far right corner. But still the Cape Verdean team, the captain Leonard is very impressive here from Cape Verde. And this one I have a clear up. Now it's Lucy.
Aggregate. Liberia lost in prior. Cape Verde 3-0. They are losing here by 3-1 at the Samuel Kando Sports Complex. Challenging, difficult times for them. Throw in Abosu's right footer. It was Glau's right footer initially, not Abosu. And the pace, this team in the Liberian team has dropped massively. Yeah, they've dropped enough. Well, somebody in Cape Verde really commenting. It says Lord Ditas Salazar says, as a soccer expertise, the way you play depend on the team you play with or not. We are ready for Nigeria. Trust my words, there is no way this Cape Verde team can beat Nigeria. I mean, I've got to say this over and over. However, they still believe they can. I'm reading those comments, some of those comments, and on our feed, and I love the interaction. It's Lord Ditas Salazar. Salazar says the way you play as a football expertise is the way you play depending on the team you play with. Well, okay, so we are live from the SKD. Still Cape Verde lead here by 3-1 against the lackluster Liberian team. It looks as if they don't have the energy to play football, but I'm not sure Cape Verde will have this kind of play against Nigeria.
Refuse to increase the pace for the Lone Star, still staying back, playing with fear as well as not having that confident playing into their own half from the break. And still, I think they are content with conceding 3 goals. Don't want you to concede more goals.
Yeah. Liberia deep into their own half. Louis Brown, is it Ziskban? Onto Louis Brown. Brown pushes through, intercepted. Abosu plays it. Oh my word, she's offside. And Janice, Mimi, Aiden, well, I think she's got the spirit to fight Aiden. And that's the difference I'm noticing between Abosu and Eden. They are the 2 professionals brought in by Liberia. Only 2 of them. You can see their game is different. Again, we talk about exposure. Exposure is very, very key. Do it. They've got to do it. Oh my word. She's over elaborating on that one. It's a free kick. Iglao. She needed to play that ball for. Well, she comes back home. It's a long distance. It will have to be fought for by Cape Verde. Cape Verde will come forward. They have a fine team. That team is youthful. They play good football. They are mobile. And the lead here by 3-1. It's 6-1 on aggregate. They are through. You can say, except by some kind of miracle, Liberia turned this thing around. Liberia losing every ball. Kabede is her first game in charge. The second leg of the first big game for her. She has a whole lot of work to do. Trust me. The Ethiopian coach of Liberia has a whole lot of work to do. It's a young team. Well, it's going to be a red card. It's a yellow card. My apology. It's a yellow card for... she's wearing the number 2 shirt, and her name is that 22? It's Vasenia Lena Montero da Luz. Lena Montero da Luz gets a yellow card. She is the captain. She holds the captain's armband for Cape Verde currently. Well, good turn. She looking forward. Plays it for Glau. They're looking forward. Abosu will have to get on this one. Good pressure. And it's Bondo into charges a corner kick. And Marcus Grisper Welts Pine Jr.'s female Lone Star, let's move. Your female Lone Star is moving, and they just aren't moving enough to score against Cape Verde. And the player of Cape Verde is on the floor. The referee sound her whistle and cancer. And the medics come in to pay attention. And the medics would attend to and the play will continue now. The ladies from Cape Verde will take their time to get the play started. Well, 3 substitutes have been warmed up by Liberia to probably come back and change the dynamics of this game. Bam, push it forward. This is Mimi. She's into the back, squares it, and intercepted. And it's a corner kick. Janice Mimi Eden is the most outstanding player in the Liberian squad. She's made incursions. Corner kick taken by Brown. And it's a handball. It's a penalty. It is a penalty. Liberia gets a penalty, but how good is this one going to help them? Louis Brown's corner kick, long one floater inside. The player from Cape Verde goes to her, and there she goes. And the ball hits his right hand. And it is a penalty.
Esther Basale would now take this penalty kick for the Lone Star to reduce the score 3 goals to 2 here. Esther had given it to Hawapan. Hawapan will take this one. Hawapan play for War Girls in Liberia. And this time around, and she moved onto it. It's Howard, and that's it. It's now 2 goals to 3. The Lone Star have trying to reduce the score. Yeah, at the Samuel Canto Sports Complex. A good call in there from Central Referee. I gave Lone Star this penalty kick.
Well, it's stupendously converted. It's a classic conversion from Harakman. Take a look at that. She converted with confidence. Well, they may not be winning this game, but the fans are loving it. And they've got the courage to score at least 1 or 2 goals and bring life back to their faithfuls and themselves. Harakman converts, and it's 3-2 on aggregate. Atum is now 5-2 on aggregate. In total, 6-2 on aggregate. My apology is 6-2 on aggregate. Still very much a long way. 6-2 on aggregate. They got 4 more goals to score and change the dynamics of this game. Still a mighty long way. As to whether Cape Verde will sit down and allow Liberia to come back and score 4 goals in this game, still very much a story to be told. In the meantime, we are live from the SKD. Liberia 2, Cape Verde 3. Hawakman converting from the spot. Substitution is about to be made. 3 Liberian players will come on. Yeah.
See the contender for the MVP in the Women Upper League, Miata Morris, is now going on to come in. I think Miata going to make the difference here. She's one of the contenders for the Women Upper League MVP for the Liberian Football Association. It was night. Miata would have to come in to save her country. Still, Lena not satisfied from Cape Verde. This captain, very much impressive, prolific, and always on time as it relates to how she tackled all of the team. Mistake there again from Jackie, and this one for the Cape Verdean team. It cleared away cleverly, and Cape Verde still in possession, deep into the half, but being headed away. Still, and this time around, no threat to the Liberian Lone side. We'll have a throw. Still throw in possession to the Cape Verdean team here. See this player from the Lone side, Lucy Pat Keke. That's Kiket. It's coming in. Lucy Pat from FC Calon. It's coming in. Meatat Morris, wearing the 19 shirt. She played for Shattered Angels. She's coming in as well for the Lone Star. And Elizabeth Injotama. Injotama played for the Tammy Girls. It's also coming in into the second period to have a relief of the Liberian Lone Star. And not one, this one again for the Lone Star. This player moving, and it's good. Oh, this one, this could be another one. And a TV one, but I missed out there for this brilliant player. That's Mimi Janice Indy. Mimi is kind of impressive, having all of the tussle and moving straight in and to have a heavy one for the Liberian Lone Star here.
Yeah, I mean, the two of them combining, you can see the excessive force they bring in attack. And it's talk about, again, it boils down to the experience. I've been saying this over and over. When you have players who have exposed or who are exposed, who knows what it takes. This is it. Liberia still on the back foot. Good defending. Very good defending. But again, you got to give her the best, because that lady with the number 6 shirts is Marisa Torres Cardoso. She is a delight to watch on the ball.
Brilliant clear out there from this player. Esther Masale played from Lofa County as well too. She did a brilliant clear out there to have the Lone Star save this time around.
This is Cardoso on the ball. This is a reverse of what we saw by a good clearance. But you can sense how Cardoso coming to this game. And it's a substitution for Liberia.
Elizabeth Tama.
Yeah, Elizabeth Angel Tamba comes on. Wow. And Christine Quadio is pulled out. And Ban is being brought down also for
Christine replace that's Lucy Bear.
Kike.
Jackie Twat, the goalkeeper of that's the player that from the Liberian Lone Star lied to the pitch. I think the Lone Star now need to put up their strength. Looking at time now, time is not in our favor.
Well, I wish we have 5 players in the Liberian team with the kind of energy that Mimi has. Janice Eden, with the kind of energy that she has, I wish we had at least 5 of Janice in this team. This team will be a delight to watch. She got the pace, she got the power, and I think she got the creativity up front. I see a player is being pulled out. A Liberian player there is being pulled out off the stretcher.
So there's a water break there for the second period. Both teams are on a water break. It's Liberian Lone Star 2, Cape Verde 3. So still one goal down to the Lone Star. We'll have the Lone Star even having an equalizing one here out of Samuel Kando Sports Complex. Still one. just coming in. Miata Morris play for Shattered Angels. And player wearing number 7 shite Lucid Bad Kiket. She played for FC Cologne. And also this player wearing number 21 shot Elizabeth Injotama. Injotama is now in for the Liberian Lone Star. Yeah, Ari Samuel Kando Sports Complex. Corner kick for Cape Verde. And Cape Verde will take this corner kick. Would they have an addition here? Or will the Lone Star save themselves this time around from the set piece? On this Gavalian player wearing number 9 shite, that's Borges. Borges will come and meet her teammate Evelyn. Evelyn and Borges making decision. Borges now to Evelyn, looking on to the Liberian Lone Star team, but Jennings will come up quickly. And central referee sounds the whistle. It's on outside.
Well, it's still pressure on the Liberian team. They need to do much more better. And they're still finding it difficult to come outside. Liberia will come forward now. Tamba gets a first touch onto the ball. She connects, and then back to Tamba into the penalty area. Liberia making some incursions. This is promising. They need to keep focus. They maybe just will find something out of this one, but they are dispossessed, and Cape Verde will counter attack. Well, every time they come forward, they just lost that little instant. How they're supposed to finish Liberia. They just need to be a bit more punctual up front. Cape Verde will dispossess them every time they come forward. This Liberian team still very young. They need to double up. They've got the energy. Yeah, Tamba Angel goes forward, and it's a throw in.
Throw in, and the Verdian have this one into their own half. This one trying to play it off the light tactics there. See, Stuart moving on. Verdian team, this player will have a head out, but Stuart, and it's taken wide, but have a block, and throw in the far left corner of the Liberian Lone Star side. Verdian will take this throw this time around. We'll have a reduction be made on the Liberian Lone Star on the aggregate. It's now 4 goals different to the Verdian side. It's not 4 goals different. The Lone Star had 4 goals to score. The aggregate is now 2 goals to Lone Star, 6 goals to Cape Verde.
It should be a card. How come? What? The referee, Ama and Kansa, got this one wrong. If you take a look at the replay, it's a Liberian on the ball. She's been pulled by that Cape Verdean player. It's actually the lady wearing the number, it's Leonard Morera Rodriguez. She's been pulling that Liberian player, and unfortunately, referee Ama and Kansa surprisingly gives a foul. So, well, that's what you get when you have referees making errors. There was no way that foul was against Liberia. Trust me. And I think that decision from Ahmad and Kansa Boateng was a poor one. Almost resulted into a goal conceded by Liberia. And that's what you get when referees do things against the run of play. That's what you get. But again, it's not going to take away the fact that this Liberian team has underperformed. In as much as the referee made that error, let's also acknowledge that this Liberian team has underperformed. But we must also single out the referee's error.
And that's a slight error there from that central referee. have a chance and player pulled out and was diving in, but was given a chance this time around, but giving away. But see, still the lone start trying to make the way. Tamba being blocked. Central referee play deft eyes onto it. Lois Brown trying to prove herself. She's one of the nominees for the Women Upper League MVP there in Liberia. She plays for Determined Girls. She's been fouled and lied to the pitch. And a yellow card shown to this player wearing the number 17 shirt for the Cape Verde team. That's Evelyn Viera. Evelyn being shown. Yeah. And Alan Caphart from the Lone Star wearing the 4 shirt. We take this one right on halfway line, give it to Lucy Massaquet, captain, and she take it wide and block Nantama. Still having the tussle, and the referee says a foul against the Lone Star.
I find it difficult to understand because I think, well, it's the referee. She has the final decision, but in my mind, I thought the Liberian player had an advantage on the ball. She was pulled, but again, says the referee, life continues against Liberia. Well, in the second half, I think we got to credit them. They came back strong, this Liberian team. Cape Verde have not been able to keep the ball. You know, I thought Cape Verde would have kept the ball more and more away from Liberia, given the fact that they're leading in this game. They lead on 6-2 on an aggregate. I thought they would have kept the ball from Liberia more and just focus on keeping possession. Unfortunately, they're not doing that. So again, I think, yeah, Liberia, they may not have scored more goals in the second half. They may not have scored more goals in this game, but in the second half, I think they came back a little bit stronger.
Need to come back more stronger. The Cape Verdean team trying to play on defensive system, also having an attack. This one is now into the hand of Jackie. Lucy still confident of herself and moving on, looking for her teammate. It's taken away from her. Said Nantamba. This one comes to the goalkeeper again and she kick it out.
Lucy, lots of confidence there. They need to fight back. They are trying their best, and it's brave through. I thought the referee would have played an advantage, but I think it was a good decision because the pass was overweighted and the ball went into touch. Well, in all fairness, I think this referee is in my mind, Rita Aman and Kansa Boateng is still a very practicing referee. She hasn't gotten that maturity yet. In all fairness, I've been in Ghana before. I know officiating. I know what it is. I know Ghana football. Rita Aman and Kansa is a substandard referee. Trust me. The officials, some of the decisions have been very, very questionable. And I think on this occasion, I must mention that she is not up to standard. If this game was a highly contested, competitive game, I think she would have had more. Yeah, she would have had a lot of errors pointing at her, and that would have brought the Ghanaian Football Referees Association into maybe some question. Maybe CAF would have answered some questions, But trust my words, I've been in Ghana for a very long time, but I know officiating when it comes to Ghana football, and this one is just not up to standard. It's a floater boy inside. And it's a header. The ball will bubble. Inspected by Liberia, intercepted by Angel will fight for it. The dispossessed. And this could be trouble. This is where Liberia will have to defend. And they are in trouble. But the goalkeeper touches the ball. Is that a foul? She did with her legs. She did touch that ball with her legs. So the goalkeeper again did nothing wrong. She did not touch that ball with her hands. And again, that is where I question Boateng, Amarita, and Kansa. The goalkeeper came out, the ball is in play. The goalkeeper touched the ball with her legs. So how can this Ghanaian referee be calling for a foul? There is nothing wrong, absolutely nothing wrong. Or did she commit a foul? I don't think that was a foul. It's an exposed ball.
Probably she kind of playing with fear in this game and not even knowing the standards of the game. Forgetting to know this is an international match. She needs to play the game professionally.
If that was a handball, it should have been a red card. But it's a free kick and it's taken. But again, again, trust my words, officiating on the night for Rita and Kansa, Rita, Aman and Kansa Boateng is poor. I mean, I know a lot of Ghanaians who are always critical of their colleagues. We understand today that one of themselves, one of their own, is underperforming in Liberia. I mean, I know a very good sports journalist. One of them I know very well. Yawan Pufo Ankara will have to take a look at this officiating. Trust me. This is poor officiating from the Ghanaian referee. I think she lacks confidence in this game. But that doesn't take anything away from the fact that Liberia again on the back foot. Cape Verde are doing very, very well. They push Liberia back and they live up to expectation. Liberia again has underperformed. They aren't doing well. But trust my words, in as much as she did give a penalty, I must point out the flaws of Rita, Aman, and Kansa Boateng. Liberia dispossessed. Cape Verde will come forward, intercepted, but it's still looking dangerous for Liberia. This trying to pick up, and they will have to fight back. Cape Verde keeping possession. This is what I thought they would have done in the second half initially. Now they're trying to do that, but they are pushing forward. They're looking for something on the edge of the area. Cape Verde. Liberia come forward. Bang. Releases the ball. This is Jenny's. Jenny's plays it. It's an overweighted pass. It is another overweighted pass. The quality isn't good enough. Yeah, injured Tamba takes off. And substitution. Louise Brown is substituted. And she has been replaced by Zita Chroma. Zita Chroma replaces Louise Brown, who has done a stupendous job in the middle of the park. Liberia losing at home on a 6-2 aggregate. Tamba places the ball forward. Mimi will put up a chase. Get set. Mimi puts up a run. She's been highly pushed, and this could be trouble. Or she bundled into the goalkeeper. She shouldn't have done that. It's going to take some bit of time for the ball to come back into play. So Liberia will have to wait and wait for I don't know how long, but the medics will be calling for the Cape Verde goalkeeper to be attended to.
So the time is at 88, meaning unofficial here at Intel Sports Studios where we sit. And we bring you this live commentary here on Intel Sports Liberia, on an exclusive and premier sports institution. There where we are, still here at the Samuel Kanto Sports Complex, Liberia 2, Cape Verde 3.
At the SKD in our own backyard. Cape Verde will have to make a double substitute. It says double substitution for Cape Verde. Maisa Sibel Dalus is coming on. And she will replace Claudiana Borges. Claudiana Borges is going to be replaced by Dalus, Maisa Sibel Dalus. And the second one is going to be Dara Fernandez Santiago, who will come on for another player. Okay, Santiago will come on for Elaine Nadine Pereira Varela. So, Varela substituted as well as Borges. Both of them are replaced by Dara Fernandez Santiago and Maisa Sibele Dalos. So the referee will make a drop ball. And it's a long ball. She's offside. Offside. Cape Verde are winning away from Liberia is something that a lot of Cape Verdeans are proud of, and I think they're proud of the fact that they can watch this game live from Liberia and see their team play. This is good football from Liberia. This is how we are hospitable, you know. You're live on Intel Sports. We are Liberia's premier sports network. They puts it forward, well headed outside. This could be trouble. Cape Verde dictating the pace. She finds a way through. I love their game. Cape Verde, they're very composed. They know what they want from this game, and they're making every effort. Now Liberia will have to play on the break. Good forward. This could be trouble. Well, she did so well. Oh my word, Miata Haja Morris. Well, she should have moved forward. Well, I wonder how come Miata didn't start this game. I think she's got some power in this game. Well, at least the main and the question, Miata Morris did so well, but she, in the final analysis, she did not, and Liberia will have to fumble its offside. It's a foul. Well, this Ghanaian referee will not give a card. This kind of situation that deserve a foul. I'm just wondering. This is a card foul. I mean, looking at the replay, this replay shows that this is a yellow card foul. But in Kansa Boateng, Amarita in Kansa Boateng will not give a card. Well, she's brought this game to an end. It's Liberia that have lost it at home. It's Cape Verde who have made it through. They won it 6-2 on aggregate. The Lone Stars female team has been defeated here in their own backyard, having lost in prior earlier on by 3-0. Back at the Samuel Kayinde Sports Complex, this lost it. Ethiopian Kabere. This is her second game in charge, second competitive game in charge, and they have lost it. It's the Confederation of African Football Total Energy Women's Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2024 qualifier. Liberia have lost it to Cape Verde. This has been an Intel Sports presentation. We've been coming to you live from the Samuel Kayinde Sports Complex. It's been some troubling time for the Lone Stars of Liberia, having lost the first leg, and they lost the second here at home by 3-2. They did extremely well. The ladies from Cape Verde, the show class on the night, they fought the score more goals to protect their lead earlier on. Liberia put up some scary moments, but those moments weren't scary enough to push Cape Verde away from qualification. Well, I think the big thing, the big news as to whether it's true as to the next fixture, how they're going to contend with Nigeria, if that is possible, then it's the biggest question. In my own analysis, the Nigerian team is very much experienced. This team, this Cape Verde team, is very young and cannot contend with that Nigerian team. But having said that, I've got to give them my respect. And I have to also appreciate the fact that Nigerian is a team made of humans and it is fallible. Whatever happens on the night, as we look forward to the future, this has been an Intel Sports presentation. We've been live from the Samuel Kayinde Sports Complex. We'd like to say goodbye from our end. My name is Theophilus Jika. I've been your commentator alongside Elijah Pine. Have a blissful night. Bye-bye.
Intel Sports, Liberia's premier and exclusive sports and television station, is located in Congo Town, opposite the EJS Ministerial Complex. At Intel Sports, we offer professional sports coverages to include live coverage, sports analysis and commentaries, documentaries, features, pre- and post-productions, highlights of all disciplines, and many more. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television, live on Afcon Channel 8. The Ultimate Show.
Kenneth! This is Invincible 11! Kenneth now! Cuts him behind the CC United defense!
The Ultimate Show looks at what the experts have to say about professional and technical issues about the game, be it the referees, coaches, and a lot more. Intel Sports, Liberia's #1 and exclusive sports online television. Intel Sports, Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television station, is located in Congo Town, opposite the EJS Ministerial Complex. At Intel Sports, we offer professional sports coverages to include live coverage, sports analysis and commentaries, documentaries, features, pre- and post-productions, highlights of all disciplines, and many more. For business purposes, you can contact us on these numbers. Intel Sports will remain Liberia's premier and exclusive sports television, live on Afcon Channel 8.
You have some of those grassroots games coming just before the National League, so as to expose our kids to crowd and
Go in the prison, train not just the inmates.
We are taking it out of time.
The Big Sports interview, an exclusive conversation with club presidents and owners, sports administrators, and stakeholders of the game. Intel Sports, Liberia's #1 and exclusive sports online television. It's new, factual, reliable, and professional. That's Sports Today on Intel Sports. Watch all of the actions, interviews with the athletes and experts in the sector on Liberia's exclusive sports online television, Intel Sports. Sports Today is a 15-minute package of local sports news live on Intel Sports at these times.